Okay, so we're gonna do a review of how to get your ship ready and then how to get it animated on the spline or path that we drew. So if you look at this project here, this one's kind of done. You can see here's the spline, this white line right here, and this white piece of spaghetti. That is the track that your ship will follow, like a Disneyland ride or a roller coaster. You got to make sure it's as smooth as hell, like there is no flaws or anything. And you can go to your points tool and you can, click on the points and smoothen them out and make sure that there's no rough spots or zigzags or sharp turns. It's all big and smooth, wide turns, and remember you got the spline smooth tool that you can also screw around with. Go back to your modeling tool and make sure that that's level with your planet rotations, and it's possible you will smack into a planet. That's okay. I'll show you how to fix that if that does happen. You can see my ship is already animating along this spline. That's what we're going to do today, and then we're going to create the cameras for that, which I already have here in this one, but we'll redo that. All right, so first of all, make sure that your spaceship and your spline is pointed directly at your planet explosion. So ideally, it's right in front of it, boom, like that. And I'm going to go to my cameras here. This is where we can see all the cameras we make when we start making cameras. I'm going to go to the rear camera. So what you want to have is your spaceship facing the explosion like that. It goes off and then your ship animates through the solar system, okay? So that you got to make sure that's going on, first of all. And then second of all, when you bring your ship in, you want to make sure that you group all of your ship together under Objects Group. And then you got to make sure this blue axis is going forwards and the green axis is going up. So right now what will happen is my ship will flip around and travel backwards. If the green axis is pointed down like this, my ship would fly upside down and backwards. Okay, so you have to make sure you fix this axis. So when you go group objects here, it puts it into a automatic null object, like when we did when we animated the planets and we made create object null. It does one for you, but you'll have to go to your axes tool over here and basically rotate the axes until the blue arrow is going forwards, and like really make sure that it is going forwards so that you don't have your ship flying at an angle, and that green is going up. This tells the computer, the software, what part is faced forward and what part is the top of your ship. The UFO, you won't have that kind of a problem because it's the same on all sides, but you will have to make sure the green is going up. Otherwise, it flips around to the direction that the blue arrow is pointing in, and then it flies in that direction. And if that's going the wrong way, your ship flies the wrong way. It's flying backwards or sideways or upside down, all this crazy stuff, okay? So then you're going to copy that, and then you're going to go to your space file, okay? And you're going to paste your ship in there, okay? Now, I'm going to scrub back to 0 here and redo this one. So you paste your ship in here, and then on your spaceship null object that you should rename spaceship, you're going to put a tag from tag cinema 4D tags align to spline. Now, align to spline will make it stick to that track, which is the spline you drew in the other video that I did, and do it in this one. So align to spline, it goes on your thing right here. This is how we animate it all through this right here. Now it's going to ask down here in the attributes for it, well, what spline do you want to stick to? And that's where you drag and drop your spline that you drew, and automatically your spaceship will adhere to that. So like right now, my spaceship's already kind of in place because I pre-animated this, but if I were to move the spaceship way over here and then go to Cinema 4D tags align to spline from tags, look where I'm at, tags, Cinema 4D tags, the Cinema 4D tags align to spline. It makes the tag asks for what spline, you drag your spline in there, and automatically you see my ship skipped over to the beginning of that spline. And then what we want to do over here is basically go to tangential, which means it'll go face forwards, and click it on. and then add 0 frames where, I mean, sometimes people start animation in negative frames so that it's already going. So you can actually enter in a negative number over here and have the animation going before the actual movie starts rendering. We're not going to do that because your ship's kind of there to see the event, which is the planet blowing up. You know, like people go see a volcano or something. So we're going to go like tourism, you know, space tourism. So you're going to watch the planet blow up. So it's okay if it like is parked sort of in space and then takes off. So we're going to go over here to position. Position 0% is the beginning of the path, 50% would be like the middle of the path, and 100% will be the end of the path. So with that in mind, we're just going to 0% at 0 frames. We click on the bullet and we record it. We scrub to the end of our movie and we go type in 100% and we record it. And now you can watch your ship animating along that spline. Now we don't have any cameras yet. I mean, I have some already pre-made here, but you haven't built any yet, and I'll do a separate video on how to build the cameras. But once you do build the cameras, then you can go over to cameras in the view palette and go to use camera, and you'll see all the cameras that we make. We're gonna make a total of 3 cameras. Possibly 4. Yeah, I have more here because I've been demonstrating, and you can go look through that camera and see like what does it look like through the eyes of that camera, and then we'll animate that camera moving around as it animates through like this. See how the camera's moving from like side to side? We'll animate the camera moving around, and then we'll use what's called a stage object to swap cameras for drama as we animate our picture. We'll have one camera that will be called the external camera that won't fly along with the ship, and that'll just watch the ship zoom on by, and then any other dramatic, you know, amazing cameras you want to set up for yourself. All right, so that is an easy breezy one to do. That's like the next stage of your animation, and we're gonna be doing the following camera work soon. So see you in class.